Hey everybody, welcome back to MTE's mobile education series powered by the RAD Company. I'm Sheldon Kay, the show manager of MTE, and we have some great programming for you today. Before we get started, I want to take a second to thank the RAD Company for their contributions and for making this all possible. Whoops. We have live education every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can always stay up to date with what we have coming up. So today, I'm very excited to bring back Yvan LaCroix, who is telling us today about organizing for efficiency. So Yvan, I'm going to bring you in and take it away.
Hi, everyone. I'm LaCroix here, and sort of in a different area today. I was doing a mobile shoot, you could say. You'll see it on someone else's channel in a few weeks. But nonetheless, got caught up in time and had to stop on the road where we have good connection. So here I am. We're here to talk about organization for efficiency today. And organization for efficiency is something that is dear to my heart. I've been preaching, talking about it, explaining it for years. So it's a lot of fun. Now we seem to be having a little bit of technical difficulty. Sheldon isn't with us, or I can't see or hear Sheldon. And therefore I can't hear and see your questions either. But I know Sheldon is working diligently in the background to correct that situation. But in the meantime, organizing for efficiency. What organization does for you is make you a lot more efficient, make you a lot more profitable, but also it increases your quality dramatically. And by increasing the quality, your customers are happier, you're happier, you have more customers. So it's a rolling ball. Now, efficiency is something that you need to work on consistently. You're never as efficient as you can be, and there's always methods of growing and getting and being a lot more efficient. So the first thing you need to do is simply take a video of yourself. And taking the video of yourself will show you a lot of things. It'll show you where you have inefficiencies, where you're wasting time, where you're looking for products, et cetera, and where in your process that you can make efficiency gains. And most people, just by making and actually watching the video, will get normally about a 20 to 25% gain in efficiency just from that. So it's a very important step and a very important thing to do. The other great thing that you need to do for efficiency and really takes away from you is your product selection. You see it in many shops. They have shelves upon shelves of products. But in reality, they only use 10 or 12 of them. Why do they have all those other products there? Well, they saw a video online. They heard someone talk about this product. They tried it. Didn't exactly work for them, but it stays on the shelf. And if you have employees, that shelf is your biggest drain, your biggest loss of efficiency is the product shelf. Think of it this way. You have an employee. The less decisions an employee needs to make in a day, the happier they are. They're an employee for a reason. They don't want to own their own business. They don't want to have to worry about stuff like, what product do I use? Hey, my boss gives me a product, that's what I use. But if you have 10 waxes on the shelf and you tell your employee, wax the car, now they have to make a decision. Which wax do I use? My boss didn't tell me which wax. Which one do I choose? That is where you get a lot of inefficiencies. The least amount of products you have and the more consistent you are with your products and your employees, the more efficient you'll be. And again, your quality will go up. It's the same with polishing. We hear a lot of people that, they'll post online, what polish do I need to use for this particular type of paint? The polish you have. You don't need to go out and buy another polish just because you're doing a Maserati paint or a Subaru paint or a Ford paint or a Chevy paint. It really doesn't matter at all. You need to be proficient with the products you have and learn to use them. In my shops, we had a polish and a compound. That's it. We didn't have multiple selections of each. We had one of each. We had a selection of pads and machines. And again, that was kept to a minimum. We had 3 pads, 2 machines. That's all we needed to correct every single type of paint in the world. We never had an issue correcting paint because our technicians knew exactly what their products would do and how they reacted. But if you're having a problem with a polish, well, the solution isn't going and getting another polish. The solution is learning to use the polish you have. So again, organization comes down to that. Other things in a shop that will take away energy from you or waste your time in terms of organization is the shop itself. Do you have that workbench? You know, the workbench that has all sorts of crap accumulated on it that you don't know where it's from. Uh, oh, well, this was in the cup holder of that car, and this was in the trunk of that car, and it just accumulates stuff that eventually you'll end up throwing away. Why didn't you throw it away in the beginning? Well, not having that shelf or that workbench to accumulate stuff on will make you more efficient because you won't have to waste the time. And having everything in its place. So, place for everything, everything in its place is a very old saying, but it's one that rings as true today as it ever has. We have to have a place for everything. And if you're working in a mobile situation, you need a detailer's helper belt. Trust me, it will save your life. If you're working in a shop, detailer's helper belt is great, but a detailing cart is a great thing for efficiency. And if you have one, if you don't have any, or if you have 20 employees, every person doing detailing in your shop needs one of those carts. Organize for them, organize for the work that they're doing and how they do their work. So if you have someone in your shop that's an interior specialist, their cart should be optimized and organized for doing interiors. If you have someone that all they do is polishing, well, you don't need all the interior cleaning chemicals on that cart. Give them what they need and only what they need. And the less product they have, again, the less decisions they need to make, the less decisions they need to make, the happier they will be, the better they'll be as an employee, and the higher quality will go up. There's a lot of other little finite things in organization that you need to do to increase your efficiency and to make you, again, raise your quality and profitability. And one of those things is we have the carts, we have the detailing belts, we've gotten rid of the excessive shelves and everything. Your product selection itself needs to be reduced. Those are the four key areas. But other little things in organization. Software. How are you organized on your calendar? How do you know what you're doing? So one great software that I like is You're Able. And You're Able, what it does, it organizes you as a business owner, forcing you basically to do things as an entrepreneur. An example, you may not be organized enough to send out a reminder to all your customers at a certain date that it's been a month, 2 months, 3 months since they've had a service and they need to come back in. Well, a good CRM will do that for you. The other thing a good CRM will do is ask your customers for reviews. More and more, the internet is how we promote ourselves. The internet is how we get business. The internet is how we interchange or exchange with customers. And if you can get 500 spectacular Google reviews, well, you'll be better off than the person that only has 200 spectacular Google reviews. And using a good CRM will get you those reviews because the CRM reminds the customer gently, not annoyingly, that, hey, if you like the service, please give us a review. And here's the link that makes it easy for you to do a review. Just click here and start writing. You don't need to go through all sorts of hoops to be able to leave us a review. That's how it should be. And that's organization. And that organization carries through to things like your accounting software. With the accounting software, the more organized you are in terms of accounting, the more you know where your books are, the more you know where exactly every dollar is coming from and where every dollar is going. And hopefully you've got more dollars coming in than going away. And being organized in that aspect of life makes things a lot easier. Now, we're detailers. We love to see shiny cars. We like to make cars the best they can be. But are we really good bookkeepers? Probably not. So hire someone. And you may be a great person for polishing paint and applying coatings, but you don't really like doing interiors. Or you love doing interiors, but polishing isn't your thing. Well, hire someone that it is their thing to do what you don't like to do. That's the first step in hiring an employee. Then from there, you'll see how great an employee can be and how it helps in your organization. Because now, instead of working in your business, you can work on your business. And when you work on your business, you're, again, a lot more profitable, a lot more efficient, and everything goes the way it should be. The other thing that you need to organize in your business is exiting your business. It's something that a lot of detailers don't even think about when they start their business. But from the day you start your business, you need to know how you're going to get out of your business and what you're going to get out of it. So if your goal is to retire at 50 years old, you need to work to retire at 50 years old. You need to plan for it. You need to organize everything in your shop to get to that point. And if you want to sell your business, again, you need to organize yourself to be able to sell that business. And by organizing yourself, you need to know exactly, again, where the bookkeeper comes in, where the money is coming from, how it's coming in, and how to get more of it, how to plan for your retirement. Is your retirement organized? If you're a detailer, probably not. A lot of detailers don't think about that till, well, it's a little too late. So if you're just a detailer starting out in your early 20s, plan your retirement now. Put money away now for your retirement. Organize yourself for your later years. That way you don't have to worry about, will the government fund my retirement? Will I have this, that, and the other thing? No, you've done it for yourself. You've organized yourself to make that retirement possible. And yes, I'm at retirement age. So of course it's an important subject for me. Someone in their 20s is like, oh, that's way too far away. I don't care about it. Well, you should care about it. It's something that is very important to you, to your family, to your organization, to every. So you need to plan and organize every aspect of your business. And that every aspect of your business can come down to the posters on the wall that you have. You know, when you're doing a Facebook video, when you're doing an Instagram video for your business, what are customers seeing? Are they seeing a beautifully organized shop, or are they seeing, ooh, I don't want to show this part of the shop because it looks like, not too good? Well, every part of your shop should be camera ready. And another thing is you should be promoting your business, not someone else's business. Yes, your supplier may be the greatest supplier in the world. They help you, they do everything. Nonetheless, when your customers see your videos, they shouldn't see that supplier's name anywhere. They should see your name. They should know that they're watching your content. They're not watching your supplier's content. And that's something that confuses a lot of people. We're here to promote our businesses. It's what we do. We have a business, we need to promote it. And having all those posters on the wall, not a good thing, because your customer, they're watching you, you're talking about your business. You might be talking about a coating, but in the back is a poster for a killer wax. Well, why is he talking about a coating when he's showing a wax? Those are things you need to think about. Those are things you need to organize. Those are all things that you need for your business. Now, Sheldon, if you could answer me in the text message part of this, because again, I'm not seeing Sheldon, but if we have any questions, if you could just put them down there and I can answer. Happy to answer your questions. Happy to help. Thank you, Sheldon. So so again, we're experiencing a technical difficulty, but we can at least communicate through text. And if you have questions and they pop up, I'll be happy to answer them. The other thing about organization is, like I mentioned, quality. The more you're organized, the less you're hunting around for products. And if you're in your shop doing a job, or in your mobile unit doing a job, and you have to hunt for a product, that saps your efficiency, but it also possibly allows you to forget something. You know, I'm at a certain age where I need something, I get up, I start walking to another room in the house, or in the bus in my case, and why was I going here? I forget. Well, if I were organized, I wouldn't have needed to go get that other thing. Therefore, I wouldn't have forgot what I was going to, wasting time. But, you know, something to do with age. The other aspect of organization, again, related to quality. The more you're organized, the more you're focused on what you're doing, the less you have to focus on things around you. And that quality increase that you'll get, your customers will see, you'll see, and you'll be happier with what you're doing. So it's very important to organize as much as possible. Now, some things that a lot of detailers lack on is a standard operating procedure. Do you have a standard? Do you have standard operating procedures for your shop or your mobile unit? And speaking of mobile units, before we get into SOPs, your mobile unit is a reflection of you. And when you open those doors, should be spotless, should be beautiful, should be organized. All the bottles should be in a nice row, etc., etc. Whether it be in a shop or a mobile unit, it's what your customers are seeing. And in a mobile unit, your customers see it even more. So that organization is extremely important to what you're doing. And everything I've talked about, other than maybe a detailing cart, applies to being mobile. So again, when you're shooting a video, your mobile unit should be in the background with your name plastered all over it. So when someone is watching one of your videos on Instagram or Facebook or even TikTok for that matter, they should see your branding at all times. So they don't have to think who's talking. No, it's this brand right here. And there we go. So bald guy brand. But anyways, that's what you really need to concentrate on. Now, standard operating procedures. Standard operating procedure is a living document. It's something that's going to change on a regular basis, but it's something that once you've made one or two or three, it becomes easy to make. The first one is a daunting task. It's extremely difficult, it's time consuming, and it's boring. Trust me, I've made a lot in my life. They're extremely boring. But once you've done an SOP, oh, it's relaxing because now you don't have to repeat to your employees, this is what you need to do. No, refer to the book. The standard operating procedure tells them everything. Now, everybody thinks a standard operating procedure is wash the car, dry the car, polish the car, coat the car. That is not an SOP. An SOP is a lot more involved than that. An SOP should first of all lay out the safety rules, lay out the everything related to safety in your shop. So every SOP you have should have where your emergency eye wash station is, where is the first aid kit, where's the fire alarm, things like that. Everything needs to be listed. Once you have that, and that's once you've done it once, you've done it for all of them. The next is where are the products? So you say wash the car. Well, that's not an SOP. An SOP is go to this particular shelf. On that shelf, the third bottle over will be the rinseless wash. You put 2.5 ounces in the bucket, you add 5 gallons of water. You take your sponge, you put it in the bucket, you let it soak, you squeeze it out. You pre-rinse the car. Once the car is pre-rinsed, you apply the rinseless wash to the car with the sponge, one panel at a time, rinsing and squeezing out the sponge after every panel, etc., etc., etc. So washing a car becomes a big SOP. But once you've got all that information, there's some things that carry over to other SOPs that you're able to deal with and you're able to carry that through. And that organization of having that really good, well done, well written SOP with pictures, with as much detail as you can make, will make it so that a 10-year-old can walk off the street as long as they can read, or we'll say a 12, 13-year-old, whatever. A teenager can walk in to your shop, pick up the book, and do absolutely everything that you need them to do. That's how detailed an SOP should be. So it needs to tell the employee where everything is, how to get it, what's the dilution ratio, what do I do with the bucket when I'm done, etc., etc., etc. So yes, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of organization to make an SOP. But once you've made them, you'll see that your shop is a lot more organized and your quality, again, goes up because now your employees don't have any questions. Their questions are answered by the SOP perfectly. Now, you want to make an SOP, again, film yourself and then look at everything you're doing to do that job, to do that task. And whatever it is you're doing, you need to write it down. You need to put it in the SOP. So let's say we'll take washing a car again. Well, do you always start on the left front fender or do you start on the rear bumper or do you start on the roof? Well, that's part of your SOP. You need to have a predetermined route around that vehicle. So you always start at the same place, you always end at the same place. And when you have employees, that becomes even more important. The more you can give them in terms of information, the less they have to bother you, the less questions they will ask you, and the less decisions they have to make, the happier they will be, the higher your quality goes up, etc., etc., etc. You know the song already. So it's a very important thing to be organized. And organization through in other parts of your life. If you make your shop organized or your detailing rig organized, well, what's your house look like? You've seen the cars. The inside of the car is spotless, and the inside it looks like they went through every fast food drive-through and just put everything in there. It's disgusting. Other people, the interior of the car is spotless. They're organized. You know that their house, take their shoes off and they put them in a row when they come in the house. Not saying you have to do that, but that's the level of organization that you should have for your business. Your business and your personal life, two totally different things. And if you're disorganized in your personal life, well, it doesn't really matter that much. But if you're disorganized in your business, that has a big impact on you and everyone around you. So make your business as organized as possible. Do we have any questions? I've been rambling on for 20 minutes here and no questions yet. So feel free to ask questions. That's why I'm here. And this will be posted on YouTube. It's going to be up for I don't know how many years, but when I get notifications, I'll be happy to answer the questions on YouTube as well. So please feel free, ask questions, even in the future. So if you're watching this later, because Mobile Tech Expo is doing a great thing here by providing education for detailers at no charge. And they're putting a lot of great people putting on these sessions. So if you're watching this one and you haven't watched the other MTE educational sessions, please go to their YouTube channel and take a look. There's a lot of valuable information there. There's a lot of great people that have put on these sessions for you. We're not getting paid to do this. MTE is not getting paid to do this. We're doing it for the community. And the detailing community is a great community, lots of support. And over the years, it's getting better and better. There's less of competing against each other and a lot more competing together. So take it that way. Please, subscribe to the channel if you can. If you haven't already subscribed to the MTE channel, please do. And maybe hit that notification bell so that next time, every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you get another great video to watch, probably better than mine. So you want to watch these videos. You want to learn what's being put out there because there's a lot of information and we can always learn. I'm a little more advanced in age than most detailers. I still learn every day. And it's an important part of being in this industry. When this COVID thing is past and behind us and we don't have to wear masks anymore and all that fun stuff, well, MTE will be there. And it's a show that you need to go to. If you haven't been to MTE, it is the show to attend. Now, a lot of people, they dream of going to SEMA. And SEMA is a great show, don't get me wrong. SEMA is a great happening. You need to go to SEMA as well. But if you have to choose between SEMA and MTE, choose MTE. First of all, there's the education sessions. So the next MTE, late August in Vegas or September, Sheldon will give me the date here exactly in a few minutes. When I get that date, I'll relay it here. But by going to the MTE, you have the education sessions that are a few days before the actual show itself. Now, those educations, a number of speakers talking to all subjects that you need to learn, that you need to get a little more information on. And even though you might be an expert, we have a question. But even though you might be an expert in detailing, you can always learn more. So for a mobile detailer, a crew of one, where should I concentrate the efficiency first? Well, that efficiency that you need to concentrate on is first organize yourself. And you want to be able that when you get to your customer's location, the setting up should be as short as possible and as easy as possible. And that's when, again, a detailing card, a detailer's helper belt really comes into play because everything you need is there. Now, there are a lot of people that do mobile detailing that don't have a big pickup truck or a van or a trailer and things like that. They can actually mobile detail out of the car because they're organized. And they're organized in the sense that they know that today, these are the 3 jobs that I'm doing. Well, I only need to bring the products to do these 3 jobs because that's what I'm doing. And that's how organization is. The other thing for your efficiency in a mobile situation, the less products you have, the more organized you are, and the better you are at scheduling, the better you'll be in terms of efficiency and get that done. Now, like I mentioned before, what's the first thing you should do? Set up your video camera, your iPhone, whatever, in the corner of the van, aiming at where you're detailing the car and take a video of it. That video is an amazing resource to make your detailing a lot more efficient and raise your quality. And you'll see exactly where your inefficiencies are when you do that. And you should watch it with someone that actually doesn't detail. Because when they watch it, they're going to be asking you questions as to, well, why did you do that? Where did you go there? What happened with this? So it's an important part of that. And again, shop or mobile based really makes no difference. Now, mobile business, the biggest cost to a mobile business is inefficiency. In a shop, we have built-in efficiencies that we can do. We can organize everything. We can have everything in its place at all times. In a mobile setup, it's a little more difficult because you have to set up and tear down every time. But when you're setting up and tearing down, if you put everything in the same place at every time, you become more efficient, you become faster at it, and you know exactly what you're doing. And the other efficiency that is a huge inefficiency with a mobile situation is the weather. You know, right now where I am, it's raining out. If I were a mobile detailer, I wouldn't be in business today because it's raining. Not every customer provides you with a garage. So that efficiency in your scheduling becomes important. And like I mentioned, the biggest cost to a mobile detailer is weather and traffic too. We have another question. Can I talk about the available options, training options for detailers, exterior, interior, entrepreneurship? Also, are you coming to the West this year? Would love to host you. Okay, so Lindsay Quick from YXE. Anyways, YXE Detailing in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, I think, or is it Winnipeg? I keep forgetting. But anyways, Western Canada, great company. They've got a great thing, and I've been there for training before. They're very efficient. They know what they're doing. Their shop is very well laid out. As far as training options with COVID right now, it's online training, and you know, it's something that is coming shortly, is coming soon. Once we get past this third wave and hopefully everyone gets vaccinated that wants to get vaccinated, then maybe we'll be able to move around a little more freely. And I'd be happy to come to Western Canada to do a training again. But there's a lot of different trainings that are out there. There's some online trainings. Even the IDA is now looking at doing IDA certification online, and even the SV certification because of the need. And it's a lot more efficient as well. You know, you don't have to move a bus or move whatever. People don't have to fly anywhere. They can do it in the comfort of their own shop with the teacher in the comfort of their own shop. And yes, it's online, but I am wearing pants. So speaking of Zoom calls and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so the in terms of entrepreneurship, there's a lot of different things you can do in terms of training for entrepreneurship. First of all, get a business coach. And the business coach doesn't have to be detailer related. A business coach that's good in one field is probably good in any other field. I've had many business coaches over the year, and the reason I had many business coaches is coaching is a short-term relationship. You get all that you can out of that coach, and then get another one, and get another one, and get another one. They're all going to bring you new information. They're all going to bring you different things. I personally offer coaching to detailers and business owners alike, even chemical companies, things like that. So if that interests you, contact me afterwards. But I'm not here to talk about that. But coaching, whether it's from me, whether it's from anybody else, is a valuable investment. It's not a cost. It's not something that's going to take money from you. It's something that's actually going to give you back money because of the efficiencies you gain, because of anything you gain from that business coach is money in the bank for you. Do we have any other questions? Not yet. So as I mentioned, MTE is doing this, and I mentioned SV testing. So the IDA helps with the education sessions of MTE, and also these sessions are sponsored by the RAG Company. So thank you to the RAG Company for sponsoring these sessions. But the MTE education sessions and that the IDA helps put on, if you're not a member of the IDA, become a member of the IDA. If you're a professional detailer, there's chapters around the world now. So it really is an international association. And the IDA, at the end of June, I believe from the 18th to the 23rd, something like that, they're actually having a worldwide SV testing event. So no matter where you are in the world, You can go on the IDA website, so the-ida.com, and with that, there is a list of the testing facilities that are available in that week. And it's a worldwide event. So every RT or registered trainer with the IDA has decided to put on trainings that week. So it might be 1 day, it might be 3 days, it might be 2 days, it doesn't matter. But if there's an RT close to you, you'll be able to go and get training. So something to look into, the-ida.com. And MT and the IDA have worked together for years. If you go to the IDA, if you go to MTE, which I hope you will, and Sheldon, you never answered me what the dates are for the next MTE. So we need to tell people when the next MTE is. And you can go on, the Mobile Tech Expo website. So August 26th to 28th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, great place, fun town. So 3 days, the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th of detailing fun. And the first day, the 26th, is the education day. As far as I'm concerned, that's the most important part of the show. Now, there's all the booths and fun stuff to see there, but the education sessions are where it becomes an investment to go there, where you get return on investment. So you need, again, you're a detailer, you have 2 choices. You have in August, 26th to 28th in Las Vegas, and then sometime in January or February in Florida. So the MTE has traditionally been in Florida, January 27th to 29th in Florida. So again, a great place to be, a lot of fun. It's a show that's been going on for many years. It used to be very, let's say, oriented towards PDR techs. And great, there's still a lot of PDR there. So if you're interested in PDR, you want to go to the MTE as well. But now there's a lot more detailing. And the detailing hasn't taken over from the PDR. The show has just grown. It's grown so much that they now have 2. So the West Coast shows and the East Coast. So MTE, it's a destination you want to go to. So any other questions? No? Well, that's a shame. The session goes for another 5 minutes, I think, Sheldon. It's to 6:40. Then you have someone else coming on. So you've got 5 minutes to ask questions. In the meantime, just a little recap if we don't get any other questions. Organization is a mindset. Organization is a way of life. Organization is something that your business needs. And it's something that should always be looked at critically and looked at to improve. You can always improve. I don't care who you are, how long you've been detailing, you can always learn more, and you can always improve dramatically your organization. So you want to improve that organization as much as you can, whenever you can, however you can, and always be looking for opportunities to improve. And be that education, be that products, be that how you set yourself up, how you schedule. And one last big thing on organization. You're a detailer, you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur. It isn't the most important thing in your life. No, you are the most important thing in your life with your family. So be organized that you don't have to work 12 and 14-hour days to make a living. Organize yourself so you can have a balance in your life. 8 hours of work, 8 hours with the family, 8 hours of sleep, and repeat. We have another question. How important are things like leaving the foot papers on the carpets when you return a car? My detailer does that and I love it. Are there any other little tricks that can set you apart? There's a lot of little tricks that can set you apart. Little mints in the cup holder. Those are great little things. The carpets, what you call them, the little papers on the floor. Some people like them, some people don't. If you're in an area that rains a lot, they start looking bad really quick. So you can look at plastic ones, like if it's a new car, remove this plastic. Those are great. They're easy to install as well. And, that's something that can set you apart. The other thing that can set you apart is your knowledge. So your quality, how you interact with your customers, how you deal with your customers will set you apart. And, Sheldon mentioned that he's got that, gets that nice little mat and likes that. Well, tell your detailer that you like that, Sheldon, and maybe leave them a review. Those are all little things that you can do. And it doesn't need to be a costly thing. You don't need to give discounts. You don't need to give free stuff away. You just need to make your customers happy and give them what they paid for. Now, in this industry, we have the thing of, well, my customer bought a hot dog, I'm going to give them a steak. No, When you go to the restaurant, you order a hot dog, they might give you a chili cheese dog if you're really lucky, but they're not going to give you a steak. And it's the same thing. If your customer has ordered a hot dog, maybe they really felt like eating a hot dog. And if you were to put a steak in front of them, they go, well, no, I ordered a hot dog. I want a hot dog. That's what you need to do. So organize yourself, organize your business, have fun with it, and balance. So balance your business versus your personal life so your business doesn't take over your life. And I think we're at time now. Or how much longer do I have to go, Sheldon? This is really annoying, not being able to see and hear Sheldon. Hopefully you guys can hear him and see him, but I can't. Okay, so apparently our session is coming to a close. So once again, thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell. Watch the other videos as well. If you like this one, there's a lot of great people that have put videos similar to this on with lots of great subjects. So please go ahead and watch them. Subscribe, like I said, hit the notification bell, maybe even a thumbs up. And if you didn't like it, put a thumbs down. We want to know these things. Please leave comments below. I'll be happy to answer. And if you need to get a hold of me, Yvan LaCroix with a Y, so YVAN LACROIX. Look me up on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. I'm there. It's this face. So if you see someone that doesn't look like me with my name, that's their name. But if you see my face, it's me. So thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. I'm probably going to be doing more of these education sessions for MTE, and happy to do so and happy to help everyone out. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Ivan. That was fantastic. I'm sure you can't hear me still, unfortunately, but that was really good. I hope you all enjoyed it. So as Ivan said, I mean, really huge thank you to when you watch this later, the hyping up MTE. We're really excited for Las Vegas. There's a code over here. If you use live15, you can save 15% on your registration. That is live now at mobiletechexpo.com. We hope to see you there. We should have a great education this year. We will be announcing that next Friday at a community night. You'll be getting an email from us. We'll be doing the People of the Year awards that we missed out on in Orlando, and also revealing the education schedule, which is looking absolutely great. So again, huge thank you to the Rag Company, G Technique, Coach Me, PNS. Couldn't do it without you guys. And thanks again, Ivan, when you do watch this. And from everyone at MTE, have a